Look, we've obviously, like, me and Chip, we're experienced managers. We've managed in front of big crowds.
Yeah, unbeaten in 90, yeah.
Yeah, we're both unbeaten in 90, actually.
I thought this might come up.
Yeah, you weren't anywhere to be seen for maybe performance issues.
Should we just have it out?
Yeah.
Should we just have this out? I'm guessing you're referring to the fact you managed at Wembley in front of 90,000 people.
Yeah, that's a little bit of it, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Where were you? And why weren't you chosen as selected as the manager at the time?
Firstly, I'd like to apologise on behalf of Royal Oak fans because I know you got witch hunted.
That's true. They were coming for me. I actually was thinking about bringing you in as my assistant manager on the day.
Thinking about it's one thing, doing it's another.
Well, let me say something. I had my assistant reach out via email. Never got a response.
Too many cooks spoiling broth is what I think.
Yeah, but could be true.
Listen, I saw what happened and I got tagged in a load of things. Chip's getting a lot of abuse, Steve. And I looked at it and I thought, I'm an old school man. I wouldn't disrespect. You got the job and you were in a job and you had a game to prepare for. And I thought, I'm not bad-mouthing Chip when he's preparing for a big game and he's in the role. I'll suck it up. So I'd like to just clarify that it weren't me sending them out with pitchforks.
No, don't worry, mate.
That's kind.
It's just,
that's kind to get that sort of response.
It comes with a job, to be honest.
But it wouldn't have ended well with me in that dressing room because I'd have got iShowSpeed up against a fucking wall.
Yeah.
Because I don't care how many subscribers you've got. Who's fucking dog's barking? You're fucking in my dressing room. I'm gaffer. So sit down, turn your phone off and shut the fuck up.
I could have done with that, Steve. That's what I needed in that.
And that would have obviously caused a lot of friction, probably a bust up. Let's be honest, they're not going to drop speed. I'm not daft. I get out game works and I'd have been on coach back up M1. And then, they'd have probably rang you last minute. So it probably worked out for
Maybe that's what the players needed, though. Little just fucking smack round the face.
Well, I'm not putting words in anyone's mouth, but I heard his attitude stank. And that's about discipline inside dressing room.
How would you
him that?
Yep.
Yeah. How would you have prepared that team? Like, obviously, Chip, he's done well on a tactical level, but in terms of a man management, I felt like he didn't have the dressing room.
Granted, you won game, didn't you?
Yeah, I did win the game, and I actually had to take my foot off the gas a little bit for entertainment purposes. Really, I had people in my head, like, you're winning by a bit too much, mate.
I get it. I wouldn't have... See, I would have said, this is what you're wearing. Alex Ferguson.
Yeah.
Let's go. But David Beckham.
Yeah.
David Beckham wore a cap to an evening meal, and Ferguson... Next day, we're on a fucking flight to Madrid.
Yeah.
Speed would have been straight off at Atlantic. Get back. Come back when you're ready to dress like rest of the gang and respect me as a manager.
Well, yeah.
He's same with Ginge with Gerth and Turf. He's lost fucking dressing room.
Has he?
He's lost it. He's lost dressing room. It's about discipline. You've got to respect the managers. I'm not saying you weren't respected, but murmurings are that he were running a mocking dressing room.
Yeah, there is a couple players that are hard to get hold of. There's sub-counts floating about.
Steve, do you want to watch Chip's team talk?
Yeah, would you?
I'd love to.
Yeah, if you whack them headphones on.
This is fantastic.
I think you're going to enjoy this, Steve, because this is...
I did watch some at game.
This is modelled off you.
You're a big inspiration to
Was
Chip.
this shown live on...
I don't know if it was shown live.
This was streamed on Speed Stream.
Right. Big numbers. Let's be frank.
Lads, look, last 2 years you've been fucking battered. 8-5, 8-7, you've been shit to be honest. It's been sentimental, you come here looking to enjoy the day. It's Wembley, all will have fun. You won't fucking have fun. If you don't win, how are you having fun? No, exactly. No, we want to have fun. Look, but it needs to be simple when you're out there. Most of you are shit, you've got no fitness. You can still win this game. Honestly, all you need to do is look up, pass, move. If you're not fucking running, and I see that, half time, I swear to God, you won't see the pitch again. Honestly.
Yeah, that's what you say.
I'm a runner. I'm a track. That's all you need to do. Genuinely, if you actually just fucking run and you can count on your teammates to run, I don't see how we can lose this game. They're not that good either.
Shoot. Where's Speed stuff?
Yeah.
No respect for the manager there.
Head up, honestly, when you get to the edge, head up, look for your teammates. Yes. Don't try any fancy bollocks, okay? Just pass and move. Alright, there's about 90,000 13-year-old kids out here to see Sidemen. I want to go out there and make sure they're going home like fucking crying.
I like that. I've got credit where credit's due. I'm a fair man.
Thank you, Steve.
That's inspiring.
Yeah.
That was modelled a bit off you, Steve, to be honest.
That's all right. We can share philosophies, no doubt.
Yeah.
Listen, there's plenty of
Great
space
men
for us
do.
all.
Great men do.
And then the day you got win.
Yep.
Would you watching this? Do you think that you'd have done a better job in that dressing room? And this, by the way, I want to say this.
I'd like to have.
This is an honest and open conversation we're having here.
There wouldn't have been murmurings after about distrust in dressing room and people playing up. And I'd like to have. I don't want to dig you that, Chip, because I'm in front of you. But I'd like to have thought I could have won it in 90.
Yeah. I think you would have.
No one wants the emotional roller coaster of penalties.
Yeah.
And yes, Speed got his moment at end, winning penalty, but it shouldn't have come to that.
I gave him that moment as well, even after all the disrespects. I said, you know what, mate? You can have the final penalty.
Fair enough. Listen, I've heard there's no rumours for another game, so I may have missed my chance, but
you never know.
Would you put your hat in the ring if there were to be another one?
It might be, you call it pride, but they'd have to come to me. I'd need an official approach because I'm absolutely up to here with Royal Oak FC.
Yeah.
And yeah, there might be 90,000 in Wembley, but there's 16 up at Royal Oak watching us who've been there for 20 years. So I'm not just going to go and flirt around with other clubs.
You're going to need a big contract.
It's going to need a lot of luring, put it that way.
And what is the weekly attendance like up at Royal Oak?
Depends on fixture. I mean, if we play at Nag's Head, which are my arch rivals, Brian Marshall's team, if we play them, you could get 2 coaches full. And that's huge. And they'll bring a couple of coaches, and then you've got a very tense atmosphere. But on average, I'd say 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Which is great, brilliant. And I always go and clap them at end. Always go at Carpet Dave, MOT Mick, Fire Stick Dean. It used to be Avon Donna, but she sadly had an heart attack in Benel Medina. Went like that.
Fire Stick Dean, what does he do?
Yeah,
he sells fire sticks, which is not strictly illegal, but he's got horse on with me at minute because I bought something off him.
A fire stick?
Something that goes on it.
Oh, okay.
And then Nicky's shouting up, Steve, I'm watching Orange is New Black and it's buffering. Straight on blow. I says, Dean, then I've paid you 60 quid. Not to do with me. You need to go through something called Telegram or something. I went, put phone down. I went, he's fucking done with me. So he's not been for the last few weeks, but we'll smooth it out.
Yeah. I think, look, 4 or 5 people's a great start.
No, 4 or 5 people. 4 or 5,000 people, no? Or 4?
No, 4 or 5
4 or 5.
He's just named them all to you.
That's a good point.
That's loyalty, though. That's hardcore. Like I say, if we play at Nag's Head, we'd have a proper following.
Yeah. How did the rivalry start with Nag's Head? I'd love to dig a little deeper into how that all began.
The Nag's Head, in my opinion, is a gastropub. I don't believe you are a public house if you sell tempura prawns on a menu.
Yeah. It's a good point, to be fair.
Nicky likes it because they sell these big fucking gins, got licorice gin, almond gin, every fucking gin you could think of. So I used to take her in. Well, she took me in, vice versa. I'm liberal. Anyway, we used to do pub quiz in Nag's Head, and I went to Brian Marshall was quiz host, and I went into toilets. He asked a question. I think it was something like, who played Liz McDonald in Coronation Street? I knew answer. He accused me of cheating. Next thing, it's all kicked off. I barred myself. I've never been in since.
Oh, you barred yourself?
I'll never go in that place again. Disrespect. Landlord and landlady back Brian Marshall. But they will do. But it's full of 10 bob millionaires, that pub. So I'm purely Royal Oak.
Yeah. And what's Royal Oak like as an establishment? Is it a pub?
Proper pub, yeah. Proper pub.
What to you makes a proper pub?
Yeah.
No food.
No food.
No food unless...
What about the bacon crisps?
You can get all that and you can have your funeral there if you want. We'll do a spread for christenings and funerals. You can have an hot buffet or a cold buffet.
Yeah.
Is this it here?
You what, pal?
Is this it here?
No, but I recognise that one. Where's that?
Sheffield.
I refuse to reveal where it is because I think we'll be swamped.
Yeah.
Oh. That's a good point. And good for business, though, potentially.
To a level, but we don't want them looking too much under.
Right. Before
you know it, food standards are on you, blah are on you.
Not your receipts.
This is it. There's no card machine, it's cash only.
Yeah.
Make of that what you will.
Yeah.
Look at him now, he's deep digging into me.
Yeah.
Look at this bloke. Sorry, he used to work for the police.
I can tell he's like FBI, man.
Yeah. The little piggy, innit?
But it's a welcoming pub. You You'd be more than welcome in there, no doubt. Terry and June, if you like, for example, if I rang them up and said, nah, then there's some YouTubers, they're massive, they're coming up, you get red carpet.
Really?
Yeah, you get red carpet.
You got locks on the cubicles, just genuine curiosity.
Locks on the
We
cubicles?
don't have locks on cubicles.
But I'm sure
I removed them after I caught Winnie. I'm not daft.